me, and welcome to this reading for Pick a Card. I'm going to do what are their true intentions today. So this is a Pick a Card / all signs reading. If you've never seen one of my videos, hi, I'm Veroosh. Welcome to my channel. You need to subscribe down below for lots of great content. But if you, and also hit that notification bell for notifications, so it needs to have the two little lines over top in order to find out when I'm streaming. But the way my pick a cards work, the all sign ones, they're basically based on the zodiac signs. So you can either watch it for your sign, or you can pick some numbers between 1 to 12 and watch the video for that number. So the time caps are going to be mentioned in the comments section for the video. So if you want to find out about somebody's intentions and just randomly find out what somebody's intentions are, just go into the comments and there will be time caps there below. But if you want to find out what, you know, the Scorpio thinks of you, of what the Leo thinks of you, then just go into the description box and look for the legend at the bottom of the description box. It's a little spoiler, so you have to really scroll down to find it, and then I tell you what each number represents. So you can do this two ways. You can just trust the universe and allow any number to tell you what sign is important and what's coming through, or if you want to find out for a specific sign, you can go into the description. So hopefully that's clear. It's a little bit different than other people do it, but I find that this way we can cover the entire zodiac. I'm reading with the Tarot de Baleine and this deck, which is called the Angelarium Tarot. So this is an angel deck. Another little warning / announcement. In this deck, there are about 3 or 4 cards that have words such as punishment, vengeance. I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I am going to keep them in for now. So I'm just warning you that there are messages in this deck that could be considered harsh or intense. So the final request that I have for you guys is to make sure that you comment and like the video. If we reach 500 likes on a given day by 8 p.m., then I will do a second follow-up. Oh, one more thing. If you guys would like to vote, I have the cards turned on here, and so basically you can tell me if you are interested in getting this reading. What are their true intentions for each zodiac sign? So if we get a really good turnout and everybody leaves likes and all that, and are participating, then, and a lot of you guys indicate that you want this for each zodiac sign, then I'll do that next week for you guys, okay? So we can break it down a little bit further, give it a little bit more time. Okay, that was a long intro. Sorry, I'll work on that. But as you see, I've been shuffling the order of the signs. So now what you want to do is pick 1 to 12, or you can just say, in this situation this, in this situation that, and then, or maybe this week this week that, what is their true intentions and what sign is most important. So you can play the game with yourself and just kind of figure out what their true intentions are. So you can say number 3, number 5, etc., etc. Or if you want to, once the video is posted, if you want to see the specific sign, go into the description and read the legend, okay? So let's start number 1. So as you guys know, I don't see the sign first of all as I'm reading. This adds a little bit of randomness to the message. So we'll pick 3 to start. So we have the Chariot card, okay, and we have the Hierophant, and then we have the 2 of Cups. Wow. Excuse me. So this is Cancer, this is Taurus, and this is the 2 of Cups, of course. So I feel as though maybe this is a very a budding romance, a very significant relationship. Maybe somebody is overcoming things and getting married and really in some way forming a union with someone else, or someone else, or maybe with you. I feel as though maybe there's an opportunity for a trip in another situation. I feel as though the reason I said someone else is that I saw the Chariot card, the Cancer. That suggests that there's an overcoming. So maybe you're the other person that you're the other person that they are overcoming a situation with. But I feel as though this is like amazing energy in terms of like a love, what is their true intentions, and you're wondering whether this person has genuine intentions towards you. I would say extremely yes, extremely yes. So positive, because this is overcoming things in love. This is forming a union, getting married, and this is just love, Venus and Cancer. So here is your sign. So we're looking at Gemini. Gemini's been getting this. There's Geminis, you guys are holding out on me. Tell me what's going on. Like, I can just sense it. It's coming up in readings. There's a lot of love energy around you at this time. And so the angel that is with you is the flame, Uriel. So in some way you are being watched over or guarded by this angel, and this angel is the angel of flame. So there's a passion that is involved in this relationship. This person's true intentions are pure. I feel as though they are genuinely treating you in a way that is true to what they feel. They genuinely feel love for you. This could be a Gemini that you're dealing with, or maybe you're the Gemini. And so I feel like there is a very kind of clear intention, a clear intention, a clear desire. It's not wavering. The next message is the King of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. In this deck, it's Taurus. So this is a deck that has some weird messages. So then there is the Moon, and there is the Three of Wands. So I feel as though there are possibly also other intentions involved in this relationship. There could be some hidden motivations, but they are in terms of work or in terms of finding success in some type of direction in order to pushing forward business goals and whatnot. I feel, Gemini, that there could be a couple people. I'm not sure who's involved, if there's like a water sign and a Gemini, or if there's another person, a water sign and a Gemini. And it seems like maybe it's the latter part. And so I feel as though there's a secret love and a secret attraction at the workplace. There could be a secret love or a secret attraction at the workplace. And what seems to be a work relationship could actually have hidden intentions within it, more intense feelings, more romantic feelings as well. So I feel as though, this person in some way has very genuine intentions towards you. They could be a Gemini, or they could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Taurus. Cancer and Taurus are featured here. And I feel as though they could have a hidden, their feelings could be more than you are thinking. So if this is a Gemini watching, then maybe this is what's going on around you. Or if you're dealing with a Gemini, they may have much more significant feelings for you than you know. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, so now we're going to move on to number two. Hi, number twos, and welcome. Thank you for joining me. And so make sure to comment and like the video. Let's take a look at your messages. So your first message is the Eight of Swords. And so then we have the Seven of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Wands. So in this relationship, I feel as though somebody didn't really know for a while what to do. They didn't know exactly which way to go in a circumstance. They didn't really know what the way forward was. They didn't know how to problem solve. And I think over time they figured out exactly which route to take, how to approach a situation, how to resolve personal issues. And I think that they probably put forward some type of idea to start moving in a particular direction. The sign that we are looking at for number two is Libra. Hi, Libras. And this is a timeless reading, but I am reading during the Libra season, so happy birthday. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so I feel like, this is the history of this relationship. And so just to clarify, this could be a Libra. If you're a Libra, this is your reading. Or if you just picked randomly, it could be somebody with Libra aspects that has sun, moon, and rising who could be having these intentions towards you. So it's one way or the other. But in this situation, the person has definitely been struggling with how to make something happen, how to put something in action. And it's taken a long time to actually find the right approach. And then once that approach happens, I think one person or the other will make some kind of gesture to make a connection, and that will form some kind of new beginning. And the angel that we have is Sandalphon, which is the angel of the new life. So this is actually the card of birth. It's actually written here. It's called Naissance because these cards are written in French. But basically what it means is that this is the beginning of something. Now, naissance can mean the birth of a child or the birth of something new. So it can be one or the other thing. So I think that in some way you are definitely beginning a new life. And I think that if you're dealing with a Libra, then their intention is to start something new. If there's been delays in this circumstance, it's because people have been trying to figure out how to make it happen. But I think that you're really well into the solution part of this interaction, and things are going to resolve. The Nine of Swords, maybe something really unfortunate was said between you and this person. Then we have the Star, that's beautiful. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is victory, right? Overcoming. I feel like maybe there was some really unfortunate thing that was overheard or said, and so people felt in some way really kind of constrained or unable to, didn't know exactly how to deal with the situation. And I feel like there was like a moment in which a blessing came through, a miracle happened, and people just figured it out finally. And so when they figured it out, I feel like both people in this situation, whether you are the Libra or whether you're dealing with a Libra, or whether you're dealing with an Aquarius, which is the Star, they really wanted something to happen. They really wanted to see something come through, and they really wanted something to happen. They wanted something to come through, and I feel like once you get over the issue of whatever the issue was, and it feels like hurt feelings, hurt ego, insults, whatever, then everything starts falling into place and everything is well aligned. So whatever the kind of arrangement in this circumstances, you are very much both set on a new beginning, a new birth, a new direction, and you're both really excited about the direction that things are going. So their intentions are very good towards you. I think so. So now we're going to do number 3, okay? It's a nice sunny day in Vancouver. Can you hear can you guys hear it when it's a sunny day? I can hear it. So number 3's, hi, nice to meet you, and welcome to my channel. Make sure to like and comment and subscribe. So if you chose number 3, or if you know the sign already, this is your reading. And this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So your first message is the Two of Rods. So again, seeing the goal and finding solutions and moving forward towards the resolution of a goal. Then we have the Nine of Wands, which means that you're going to get up to high ground. You're going to do what you want to achieve, and then make decisions about people and circumstances in some way. So this is the Justice card. I feel like the goal right now in this situation is to remove yourself, or to establish for yourself the direction that you want to be going, or the one that you really want to see through. Once you get to the position that you want to be in, that's when you're going to start deliberating and cutting through things. You could also be dealing with a Libra. So I feel like this person's intentions are they're not litigious, but they are intentions to do with management and order of the situation. So in some way they want to affect change, and they're kind of playing a wise game here. They're getting to where they feel secure, and then they're going to make the decisions and the choices that they are. Here is the sign we're looking at. We're looking at Sagittarius. So I feel as though I feel as though if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they're very much making sure that everything is taken care of and the things that they need to do are being done. And their primary goal is stability, which is good, because if you're dealing with them, they are not going to create unnecessary drama or havoc. They're simply trying to make things fair and equitable. Or if you're the Sagittarius, you're very much just focused on progress, and the person who you're dealing with could be a Libra, and in some way their goal is to establish stability from a place of security. So they're making sure that they are secure before they start making changes. So you could potentially be dealing with a dormant situation in which you think that everything's blown over, and it's not necessary conflict that you're going to receive, but their response may come at a different point in time than what you had assumed. So here is your message. We have Keter, which is the crown or the spirituality. I would not be threatened in this situation whatsoever, especially with Keter. It's like the universal flow. This is the connection of the universe. I just looked on the bottom and we have the King of Pentacles. Now, in this deck, it is a Scorpio, but it could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn as well who is involved. I would just say this is a very safe space. The Nine of Rods is always about safety. So I feel like this is a safe space in which the person you're dealing with, they want to maintain their goals, and maybe they're even a spiritual person who is very much guided by spiritual beliefs and goals in this situation. So usually people like that are very aimed towards spirit and harmony will not affect, you in a negative sense. Not guaranteed. Always use your discernment and understanding of things, but it looks very stable so far. The next message is the Ace of Pentacles. This is looking good. This person has financial goals. The Six of Wands, again, financial goals, success with their ambitions. In this deck, this is the Moon in Taurus, which I kind of like for this card. It's like Taurus Moon tends to be very oriented towards achievement. Taurus, you know how Taurus is kind of hold on to something and then they go for it, The Taurus Moon is even more intense that way, and could be kind of hidden in the sense that you may not see them so intent, and then after a while you see like, wow, you've really kept this intention for a long time in order to make it happen. Taurus moons are amazing in terms of goal setting. And they do it so subtly that people sometimes don't even notice around them, so they can achieve a lot, kind of on the low. When people say something's on the low, it means that maybe it's not so clear to everyone, not so upfront, but it's not necessary. It's not manipulative. This is not manipulative or subversive in any way. This is just someone quietly and patiently seeing their goals through. The next message is the Nine of Swords, and I was wondering if something's going to come up, because to me this seems like, well, what are you trying to bring balance to? What situation? And what is this going to be that comes through? You might be dealing with someone who is not telling you exactly what they're thinking, but that's not because they're being manipulative or something bad. That's because they are trying to maintain stability in their own life. So when you might be surprised by what you hear. And I think as you come closer to hearing that, you may experience a little bit worry. It's like you start sensing that they're about to tell you something, and you start getting a bit worried. I think that whatever they're going to say is fair and just. You may not like it, but it may not, at the same time, you may not like it, but at the same time, it will not be something that you will feel done wrong by, It's like somebody saying, it's like somebody quitting a job, giving their 2 weeks notice and saying, I'm going to move on, or I'm going to travel the world, or whatever they're about to say. It may not be exactly what you want to hear, but at the same time, they're not pulling wool over your eyes. They're not going to do anything to you that is going to be hurtful. So just trust and try to minimize the anxiety I mentioned, because that's horrible when you know somebody's about to say something and you don't know exactly what it is. That can feel very, very kind of freaky deaky, right? Okay, so next card. Oh shoot, next one is next sign. There we go, I got lost. That's why I only do 2 or 3 decks, because it's like keeping track of everything is way too much. Okay, so let's take a look at what their true intentions are for you. If you chose number 4, hi, welcome. Make sure to comment. If we get up to 500 likes in the first day, there's going to be more, so get that like button out. I'm just kidding, it's so corny. Okay, so here we go. We have the Queen of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. In this deck, it's a Libra. And then we have the 8 of Rods. So somebody's going to say something. Somebody's going to say something to you that's really positive. And it's kind of one of my favorite combinations here, because, you know, if a Pisces says something to you that's nice, it's like, well, you're a Pisces. You always say nice things to people. No offense, Pisces, but you guys are kind of like gushy like that. Or me even, you know, like I'm just gushy. I'm a water sign. So, well, earth water. But anyway, the point is, when a Queen of Swords says something nice to you, it's like, it's like, because she has that critical eye and she has that discernment. It's like it's like when you make art and your mom's like, oh, that's nice, honey. And it's like, oh, thanks, Mom. That's really nice. It feels good. But when like your teacher, or when like a curator or somebody who knows art says something like, wow, that's really good, it just really hits home. So I think you're going to hear some really good feedback. Oh, and then you have the 10 of Cups. So maybe in this situation, there's twofold. There's someone who is bringing a lot of positivity into your life, a lot of kindness and positivity. But then on the other hand, there's you, possibly a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or just the state of your current situation, which is very single, very, very single, and kind of lost their way in the way of, you know, very single, like very, very single. And so I feel like very soon there's going to be energy that comes to you that is going to be about coming together with other people, more likely in relationships and less likely in just social circumstances. But whatever it is, it's going to be very, very positive. So maybe this person's intentions is to bring you to a better social setting with better circumstances. Sometimes people become the Queen of Swords, men and women, because there's just been too much shit going on. She's the Queen of Separation and Divorce. Like, don't you dare cross her. She's gonna gut you, you know. And so she gets that way because she looks rationally all around things. She checks her facts and she's like, this is BS. I gotta be this way. But after a while, this is like the dead of winter, right? Like the dead of winter when everything's covered in snow. And so I feel like she does it because she has to, and she's okay to do it. She doesn't experience sadness. But even the Queen of Swords wants a little bit of a thaw. Even the Queen of Swords wants a little bit of joy and happiness and love in her life, right? So she does what she needs to protect herself. This is Saturn also. Libra and Saturn, that makes a lot of sense too, actually, astrologically. So, you know, the balanced perspective, the really making the hard choice, but then the consequence is getting what you want. So if you just go around and date whoever, you know, if you go around and you date whoever because you're afraid to be alone, you end up spiraling out of control because chances are you're going to meet somebody who's not very nice. But she makes the hard choice. She stays alone until she finds the right situation that's not going to harm her. The sign we're looking at is Cancer. So this is a big lesson for Cancer. I lost the Cancer card, so we're using the moon in order to look at Cancer. But I feel as though, yeah, very much, you guys, and this is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Cancer, okay? So I feel like Cancer's, you know, this transit in your 7th house, or if you're dealing with a Cancer, they have this transit in Capricorn with Pluto and Saturn in the 7th house, which is very much this like cutting away the excess, you know. And that's really hard for Cancer, because Cancer is just like Pisces, inclusive. And what I was saying about this gushiness, I have Venus in Cancer, that's why I'm, you know, like that's why, you know, this is kind of different. So it's the gushy type of energy that is like abundant and robust and like always giving to people emotionally. And so I feel like for you, Cancer, to draw that line and to be like, okay, here it is, like, you've been hurting me too long, or this situation hasn't been good for me, and putting a pause to things, literally stopping your interactions with other people that are so important to you, allows you to switch the direction. So if you've been dealing with a Cancer, maybe that's what they've been doing with their life, because they have these super transits of making these hard decisions that are completely different than their nature, and that's why it's taking so much energy for them to do that. And so essentially where that's going is that you will there a vast improvement. So it's the hard decision, taking the medicine, and then enjoying the consequences. And then we have Da'at, which is the emptiness. So this is on the tree of life. This is the separation between heaven and earth. So this is the high priestess. And so she is the vessel, the understanding, the consciousness shift between the high and the low. I think this might be my favorite card. My friend was saying like, oh, you're this card or that card, and she never said this, so I think this is me, like in my pure form, when I'm not stressed and when I'm doing my thing. So I really resonate with this card. So I feel like this is the receptivity, clearing out everything so that there's purity, you know, clarifying everything so that there's purity, and the true nature of the universe comes through. So in the Da'at, it's not a chakra, it's a separate system, right? But it kind of coincides with the chakra system. We have the crown chakra, and then there's the heart, right? Da'at is the space in between, and it's not the throat chakra or the third eye. It's like, it's the space it's an empty space, so it's not necessarily located to any one position on the body, but it really essentially is her creating clarity so that there can be fulfillment of destiny. You know, it's a really powerful, if you chose this number, their intentions are incredibly high vibration. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords, a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. There have been people, this card is called espion, and espion means spy. So there could be people who are double dealing, who are lurking around. Remember, whenever you experience high purity, it's almost like lighting a candle in the darkness. All the creatures come to it to find out and what it is, and sometimes those creatures aren't as pure, right? And so there could have been a legacy in the situation with some kind of treachery and some kind of manipulation. Then we have the Virgo. And so this is the person who is going through the darkness with their candle, with their star in their lantern, trying to find the truth of what the circumstances are. The Virgo is the studier of the Da'at, if that makes sense. They are the human being that is in some way searching and kind of looking through. And then we have the Magician. Wow. Okay. So you have said the word. You have said the word, or someone has said the word, and you speak purely and clearly, Cancer. If you're dealing with a Cancer, maybe this is what they're doing to you, or if you're the person who's the Cancer, this is what's going on for you. There has been a slate wipe clean, and through your pure intention, you're going to manifest something big. And I feel like in a certain way, you're seeing someone or something for what they are, but I don't think I think that's brought into clarity by maybe relationship with this swords woman, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So maybe by seeing her behavior, you're getting informed on this, which is helping you to kind of differentiate, separate, and now go in a good direction. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, their intentions for you are to enable this. And if you are the Cancer who's watching, then I think your intentions in the situation, this is to me like pure manifestation spread. So if I see this, this is like, you know, when you spring clean, so only good energy comes in. This is like your spring cleaning, your fall cleaning, and like really kind of allowing positive energy to come through. It manifests either in an individual who facilitates this transaction, or possibly somebody who comes in who influences the situation, or maybe this is the Cancer, or maybe this is you in some way. And we all come into this energy. You know that time when you just are asked something, or you say something and you say it so honestly and so purely from your heart, and it's not like you're dishonest most of the time, but sometimes you just really hit the nail on the head. This is you hitting the nail on the head. So in this situation, I feel like you're about to initiate a chain reaction, a set of circumstances that are going to create a pretty powerful movement forward towards your desire, particularly in terms of relationships. Okay, so that got long-winded, sorry. Number 5. Hey girl, hey boy, hey. Let's see, these tarot Boolean cards, I do tend to get really into them because I just find them really well balanced. It's an out of print deck if you're curious. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Everybody's falling in love. I already called this in an earlier reading for this week. There's a lot of this energy. So I feel like in this situation, you have been putting a lot of effort into yourself, and I think somebody is paying attention, and in some way they have a newfound respect for you, or maybe they in some way want to help you contribute in some way. The thing that I'm feeling like this person, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, in some way is, or Sagittarius moon, that's the signal right here. This person is seeing the wealth that you have accrued. Anyway, so I feel like in some way, this person, check their intentions, you know, check their motivation. Like, are they after the money? Like, you'll kind of know, but like, I hope that, but if you're like, nah, Veroosh, it's fine, then they like what they see. They like what you have done for yourself. They're like, ooh, she's doing well, or he's doing well, you know. That's, and newfound respect, in other words. So it's either one or the other. You'll know if this is a thief, you know. Here is the next message. And so this is for Taurus. Yeah, Taurus is pretty, sitting pretty in everything they've earned. And there's an air sign poking around Taurus. They're poking around. They're poking around your table. Look, la table. Oh, you guys can't see it. There we go. The table. Do you see that? Sitting at the table, Taurus is happy. And then we have a little Knight of Swords poking around on what you've got. Okay, so here is the angel. So you have endurance, Netza. So I feel as though you are, this is interesting. Okay, so this is kind of Mercury ruled. So I feel like you just got to keep to, if you're dealing with a Taurus, their intentions could be this, you know, or maybe you're seeing what they've earned and you're like, oh, Taurus is looking good. Like they have very much earned what they said they would. Like, I don't know if you watched the earlier part of this video, but I was talking about Taurus moon and how they kind of get things done. Like Taurus moon gets it done. And so maybe you are coming in proximity to this person and they actually said what they said they would, and that was their endurance. Now, if you're the Taurus who's watching, maybe somebody's paying attention and you have persevered. Maybe you said that you were going to build something and everybody was like, yeah, okay, whatever, you do that. And you did it. And so that's that endurance. I think that also with this fact, there's a lot of encouragement here to listen rather than to speak. So if you find yourself sitting pretty, make sure that you study your environment and make sure that you understand what this person is bringing to the table. You know, what is their intention? So pay attention at this time. And also this signals to me that you have to wait the situation out in order to fully understand what their intentions are towards you. This means that, you know, a person who could be trying to play you or play games, you have to kind of be more stubborn than they are if you feel like that's a possibility. Okay, and sometimes, I mean, of course, remove yourself from situations in which people are playing games, but sometimes it's a hard thing to do. So this is you kind of clam up and pay attention, right? So we have the four of Pentacles, good financial outcomes, and then we have the Fool, somebody new coming on the scene into the circumstance and picture. And then we have the King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So you may actually see in this person something you like, but there may be in some way limitations with regard to their maturity level, their behavior. And so somebody else could be coming around Taurus who has maybe more matured qualities that are offering you more clarity. Or if this is getting really confusing and you're like, what are their true intentions? You may be turning to a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra older person who is helping you in some way to make a decision or a discernment about what you're dealing with. And in this card, it's Aquarius. So these cards are slightly different than other tarot cards. So this card can actually mean the sign of Aquarius as well. So maybe it's like, maybe somebody said, oh, you can't do it. Maybe the Taurus said that, or maybe you're the Taurus and in some way somebody was naysaying you, and now you have achieved what you had set out to achieve, and now you are setting off on a new direction with a new person who's more respectful, who recognizes your effort, and who's more prepared to support you in a direction that is good for you. Okay, so definitely a new direction in this situation, whether it's with the Taurus or whether it's, you know, in a different direction. Setting off in a new direction with a more mature energy and really waiting some things out in order to understand what the intentions are. Really take your time with people's intentions, right? And you can get paranoid thinking about it, because there's people who contact me for readings who have been in marriages for 25, 30 years, and then the intention has changed, and then you have to deal with that, or maybe they find out that the intention was never true. So it's a hard game to play, but you have to play it. Otherwise, if you're not playing life, you're not living it. So you just have to do the best you can with the dynamics you are being given, right? So I'm not discouraging it, but just heed caution in this situation, okay? Okay, so now we're on to number 5, right? Number 5 or 6? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, we're halfway through. Okay, so today's going to go a little bit slow, but I'm okay with that if you're okay with it. So number 6. So we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Here it's Sun and Scorpio. These cards are funny sometimes. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, Sun and Capricorn. Hey girl, hey. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Rods. So I feel like somebody, the intentions of this person have to do with work, a lot of work, and it's going to be a very busy time, and this person is going to contribute to the level of productivity in your life at this time. I feel like somebody's coming in with some type of offer, but maybe in some way, and this is Virgo, Sun and Virgo, 10 of Pentacles, interesting, carrying that heavy burden, carrying all those responsibilities. That's pretty Virgo-like. So you do have all this energy of productivity with this person. There's not much room for drama. There's not much room for BS and kind of, you know, unduly circumstances. So at least you get that. This is Capricorn. How many people called that? They're like, oh, this is so Capricorn. It's like getting down to business, Capricorn. A person who you may be meeting, someone who has productive intentions. They want to get things done as well. They're on the same footing as you are. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, you know how it is. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they're all business, and in a good way. And I mean, like, they can take you places. So you're dealing with someone who is legit. And we have the emptiness. But in this sense, I feel like it's different for Capricorn. I feel like for Capricorn, it's like the carte blanche. So you have like a empty canvas and you can paint on it whatever you like. You can create whatever you like, and there is no ill intention. Very productive energy here for Capricorn. And of course, we have so many transits in Capricorn that are giving that kind of energy. High productivity. It's either you're a Capricorn and you're attracting this energy, or you're dealing with a Capricorn and they're just giving you everything you need to be successful. And so then we have the Ten of Cups. There is this, that's why I was saying it's not just all like, it's highly productive, but it does come with positive feelings. So there is this kind of friendship and appreciation that somebody else takes survival as seriously as you do. And then we have the Five of Swords. I feel as though you may feel like you're not good enough in this situation, like this person is in some way like above you, like in some way they have, like, you can't keep up. So you may go through feelings, or somebody could be going through feelings of some way, feeling a way that like they can't keep up, like it's too much, it's too fast paced. But I feel as though this is the business side, and to me this is really the social side, the home side. And so this is like the compassionate side of Capricorn. It's like they know how they work, they know how their energy works, and so there is this kind of loving, understanding, hearing out what the limitations are to be able to find a constructive answer. And so here there's going to be like a bonding that happens because someone, maybe the Capricorn or maybe you, see the potential in this situation, and there's going to be a lot of positive feelings to elevate the situation and to address shortcomings that a person may be feeling about participating in it. So it's like, it's okay that you can't do something, right? It's better just to say, I don't know how to do this, I need to learn it. But sometimes people feel shame for the things that they don't know. And so I feel like in this situation, there's that compassionate element where the person that is dealing with you is prepared to kind of face those limitations so that the productivity can be addressed, and there's this kind of friendship and understanding and compassion towards outcomes that are stable and long term. So very nice card. It's this is compassion. This is compassion and empowering people in order to achieve their dreams by allowing them the ability or the opportunity to in some way face what their shortcomings are. And we all have shortcomings. So the Five of Swords is really, it's a means to an end, right? Like you have to address it or you'll never be successful. And so if you're dealing with a Capricorn, they're prepared to do that for you. Or if you're the Capricorn, then you're in a situation that facilitates that for you as well. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Gemini, or Aquarius, okay? Okay, so next. I think we're on number 7 now. Hey girl, hey. I'm going to take a break and see everybody in chat. Are you guys liking the video? Wow, so many people today. Hi. How do you guys like this? Do you guys like it? Are we having fun? It sounds like Cap, I know. Yeah, for sure. Hey guys. Thanks for joining me today. Yay, lunchtime. Hey guys. Okay, good. Good. We're on point. They're beautiful cards, the Tarot de Baleine, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going back in, guys. I'll read the comments later. See you later. Okay, so number 7. So we have the Six of Cups, which is Sun in Scorpio. In this deck, we have Jupiter in Capricorn. So, okay, good. Soulmate energy. And so I feel like this is a card of remembering what's important, remembering who you are, and remembering who is important for you now. So this person is really recognizing, hey girl, hey. And so this is Capricorn. Wait a minute. Well, that's Leo, Jupiter in Leo. Okay. Somebody putting their heart on a platter and serving it up to you. You know, somebody wants to let their feelings be known. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Somebody's coming to bear an offer. There's a connection here between your energy and their energy, or maybe this is you coming in to really connect with their energies. This is a confirmation of love. And then we have the Lover's card. Hey girl, hey. So I feel like love's coming into town, and that love there's going to be a love offer, and I feel like the intention is not just like a casual relationship. I think the intention is marriage. Okay, so here is the sign we're looking at is Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio. Venus and Jupiter, it's all there. Okay, so I feel like this is Sun in Scorpio in most decks. So I feel like a connection between two water signs possibly, or maybe a Gemini. But I feel as though there is love on the table. There's a love offer that is being articulated or produced. Here is the next message. So we have Ramiel, the angel of visions. Ooh, okay, so you're being guided by your intuition, Scorpio. That's good. Or if you're dealing with a Scorpio, that's what their intentions are. They're guided by visions, and I think that they're really touching base back to their childhood, or back to where they've come from, the experiences that they have, and those experiences are motivating their way forward. So they're making the decision about love and the direction of love based on the lessons that they've had in the past, whether it's values, whether it's experiences with other people. But I feel like they're very much conditioned right now to move forward in this relationship. Then we have the Sun in Scorpio. See, in this deck, it's Sun in Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. This is the Knight of Swords. So this could be in some way the two people who are dealing with one another. I feel as though somebody is leaving the picture very quickly in this situation, and somebody else is coming in, Scorpio. So I feel like this is a transition point for you. The next message is the Seven of Rods, and so this is Gemini, Mars. So I feel like this is standing up for yourself, standing up for your values. You've kind of dug in your heels about certain things, and I think you are really waiting for an alignment that's going to be a fit for the things that you have been fighting for the things that you have been defending. And so maybe you've had to let certain things go, certain people go, while you welcome in new things. It's a really seamless transition. It makes sense because Jupiter is in Scorpio. And then we have the Nine of Cups. You get your wish. Beautiful message. And so in this deck, this is Pisces, Saturn, but actually technically this is Jupiter in Pisces. So this is a fulfillment of wishes. This is a family connection. This is love, and love is very much, coming in. There could be some kind of minor circumstance that in some way was abrasive or difficult to face. Breaking the news to someone in a negative way, disappointing someone, and moving forward in the direction that feels 100% right. So it's either the Scorpio's intentions are towards you in this way, or if you're the Scorpio watching, this is what's kind of going on for you at this time. But you've really kind of waited until this moment to see your experience for what it is. You've waited for this moment to see the energy to come through and to manifest in that which you wanted. So if Jupiter's been in your sign since last year, you may have not seen so many things come through. This is a timeless reading, but let's just make this comment. You may have not seen so many things come through, materialize in a direction that's good for you. And in this last month of Jupiter in Scorpio, you are seeing this energy just, it's almost like you saved up and now you're buying the big ticket prize, So that's what it is. Excuse me. And I feel like this is the energy of the visionary. Either you've seen this about the Scorpio, you've seen this in the Scorpio, or possibly if you're the Scorpio who's watching, you've been going by a hunch. You've been going by your gut and your instincts, and now it's materializing in a outcome that your visions have kind of said needed to come. Okay? So really beautiful message there. Total confirmation. So if you're dealing with Scorpios, you don't have to watch your back so bad right now. They're pretty happy people overall, and life is kind of saving them, and letting them go in a positive direction. Jupiter in your sign is a pretty nice transit. So, okay, so next, now I don't know. We're on number 9. 9? Is it 9? 7? I think so. Or 8. Hi, number 7 or 8 or 9 on 8. Okay, thank you. So we're on number 8. Hi guys, make sure to comment and like, and if we get to 500 likes in the first video, in the first day, then I'll come back and do another reading, okay? So let's see. Your first message is the Wheel of Fortune. Woohoo! So this is Jupiter. I always think that the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your direction, in the positive direction. Yes, at some point it's going to fall off, but at this time it's bringing luck and opportunity into your life. We have a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Here we have Mercury in Cancer. A woman or a man, and in some way there's going to be like a very positive and natural connection, a blessing that's coming through in some way. And we have the 8 of Swords. So basically you've seen the silver lining in this situation, but you don't know how to make it happen. There's a little bit of a distance in this situation that prevents you from fully being able to, it's almost like you have to do some reverse engineering here, that at a certain point you've seen what the circumstances are, you've seen what the solution is, but now you have to work your way back to understand how to get it. And maybe somebody has shown you the way, but I feel like in a certain way, I feel like you've been shown the certain way, but there's certain things you still have to problem solve, Moon in Cancer, before you get it just right. The sign I'm reading for is Leo. Okay, so we have Leo. I thought I picked up 2 cards. That would suck. Okay, so Leo, I can show you guys now. So Leos, I feel like you have been shown the way. Sorry about that. So Leo, you have been shown the way, and I feel as though it's just a matter of time, so you should get your thinking cap on and figure out the solution. Otherwise, maybe a Leo has kind of stepped in and given you some kind of option, but there's going to be a few steps that you need to take in order to make it really work for you. Okay? The angel that I have for you guys is Raziel, the angel of mysteries. So, logic, yes, you have to figure out some kind of practical solution, but you should also think a bit deeper. You should also think on the level of what is the energy flow, the flow of emotions and energies into your life that can make this solution happen. This could also be a conversation between a water sign and a Leo, in which there is a lot of positive energy, but when people step away from it, they don't really know how to make it happen. It's almost like having a really lovely coworker at work, and you talk to them and they're very sincere and lovely, they're perfect. However, it's weird to bring that kind of energy home. So it's like you have a wonderful coworker, but you don't necessarily know exactly how to bridge the gap between professional and personal life. So it's something like that in the situation. It's nothing negative, but I would say just the angel of mysteries, I like this angel very much because I feel like in some way it's saying that logic is not going to solve this issue. It's going to be solved by trust and faith and maybe timing. So yeah. So here is the next message. Here's the Queen of Swords again. She's coming around. She's a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. There could be a boss involved in this situation, some kind of person who's overseeing things that is in some way limiting the options that are available to take in a certain direction. Then we have the 8 of Wands. See, this is the mysteries card. It's like, this is usually Mercury in Sagittarius. Here we have Venus in Cancer. nonsensical, like, you know, when you're really in love with someone and you're not necessarily saying things in a rational way, but they love you too, and so they accept it. That's the energy. It's like you can't fabricate that. You have to just allow it to happen organically and naturally. And then we have the Ten of Swords. So you have to let something go. Not this situation. This situation is waiting for you to let something go. Maybe the Leo is waiting for something to be removed before you can actually move forward in this direction, but and in some way you have to let something go in order for all the other things to come into fruition, come into focus. So their intentions are very genuine. They want to bring a lot of positivity in your life. If you're a Leo, yes, or if you're like a water sign or an air sign and you're dealing with a Leo, their intentions are pure. But I think either they have to wait for something to end, or you do. You have to really put an end to something before that relationship can continue and develop. Okay, so, and it's going to be nonsensical, just like some wild inspired choice that in which you're not like you're not using your rational faculties. You're kind of a little crazy and you're inspired, and you break out of your own way, which is a really good thing in moderation. So, if you're dealing with a Leo, they're going to love it. If you are the Leo, I know you can do it, because Leos are totally that way. They can suspend their reason and just do the thing that feels right, and that sometimes is a blessing. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, so number 9, that was really a good one. I liked it. Break out of your own path, So, okay, so number 9, and we're going to do bonuses today. So 11 is going to be our 11/11 bonus, right, for everyone, and then 12 is going to be an extra message for anybody who is interested. So hopefully that will help. And the sign that gets 11 is the lucky sign for the day. So yay. Let me know if you guys like that. By the way, if you're just watching now, if you're just watching 9, there's a poll up here about doing this for every single sign. So let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, so let's see. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So a lot of investment, a lot of saving. So when you I have to shuffle, but when you kind of in some way put a lot of effort behind something, people who put a lot of effort behind something usually aren't self-destructive. Hopefully they would only be self-destructive in the event that they have a mental health issue, or they're facing depression or something like that, and they're making some weird choices, right? So unhealthy choices. But usually when this card comes up, there is a sense of reverence, like somebody has put a lot of thought behind something, their intention is really true. So if you see the 7 of Pentacles, it's like a lot of effort is being put behind in a situation. But I think that this is Sun in Aries, and I can see this in this card. This is the Ace of Cups. The next step forward is going to be a big step for them to take, or you. One person or both people are really intimidated to risk this for this, but I think that it's an equal balance. And so I think that there will be a lot of this like fear, fear of what you can lose to move forward. But it's not because this isn't of value. It's because this person or yourself are very committed to what you have put effort into. You've poured your heart into something. So to risk that seems very intimidating. The next message is for Aries. So yeah, it's like what I feel as though a situation, Aries, if you're dealing with an Aries also, is pushing them faster than they're ready to go. And that's pretty Aries energy. Aries moves super fast unless somebody else is directing, in which case they're like, that's too fast for me. So it's one or the other, they're either plowing along, going towards their goals, towards their ambitions, but if somebody else is assertive around them, and I know that there are Aries that balance that out with other transits, but the stereotypical Aries response is like, I have to lead, or I'm very like on the defensive, right? I have to lead, or it's tough for me. And so I feel as though this is a very grounded energy. And so the intention and the ambition is pure and true there. There's a wholehearted level of, I really want this, I really like this, let's make it happen. But one or both parties are also, when push comes to shove, it feels like a lot to take on. It feels really intense, right? Okay, so we have an angel card for you guys. You guys, everybody's getting that. So this is wonderful. This is saying, I mean, I can't guarantee that the relationship will work out, because I think that this is a viable point that somebody is making, because there's never a guarantee, right, that something's going to work out, that it's the only thing that can happen. And so I feel like, but the starting point is really pure, and it's really good, and it's really clean. And I don't feel like anybody's intentions in this situation are exploitative. I feel like this is just people being worried about the future, worried about the future. And it makes things tentative, but no less desiring of a movement forward. Here is the next message. So we have the Fool, a new beginning. I think that regardless, there will be a change. Regardless of what the situation is, there's like a clean slate here from which you can begin. Oh yeah, now we have the Star, which is Aquarius, but it's also serendipity. This is Uranus, by the way. So I feel like, and Uranus rules Aquarius, so this is a really powerful combination. And so in some way you're breaking forward in a new direction. There is this magical thing that happens, an opportunity, a portal is opening, you guys, and it's up to you whether you step through it. And then the Seven of Cups, which is often called illusion, which I don't want to take on in this reading, and it says bonheur and amitié and amour, which means like good times and friendship and love. So I feel like maybe if you're feeling completely triggered by this, or if the Aries is freaking out on you in some way, then maybe make an adjustment, but make that heart connection. Maybe make an adjustment of how deep you're jumping in, and maybe you have to go in through the shallow end. Maybe you have to but this feels so positive to me, this Fool and the Star. This is a person who deserves and wants to be loved and wants to love in return. Just very, very purely and gently and in a positive way. So I feel like that vessel, this is the vessel, like a cup that's ready to be filled. And so it's pure, it's waiting to be filled. And I understand that you only have, it's like being at the Slurpee fountain, and I don't like to mix my Slurpees, so trying to decide which Slurpee you're going to get when you were a kid, which one of these 5 am I going to go for? There's not 5 options in love, but it's the feeling of, indecision, or the feeling of putting like your future on the line in some way, but like worry, just worry. It's low level, it's not a big deal, but I feel like just ease them in. If you're dealing with an Aries, or possibly if you are the Aries, ease yourself in. There's this is really pretty. This is a really pretty connection. There's a lot of love here. Okay, so really wonderful energy here. So ready to be filled with positivity, good energy, and love, friendship. All of that is there. So now we're gonna do 10. Okay. So 10 we're going to be, so the 10, 11, 12, just for anybody who's watching the whole thing, 10 is going to be our Wheel of Fortune position, right? So it's going to be like the lucky card. It's the one in which the sign who is here is going to have a turnaround in luck, some kind of new direction, some kind of good fortune that is coming into this situation. Okay, so just for the signs who are waiting for 10, 11, 12, we'll give them those extra little meanings. So number 10, so you have the Lovers. Oh, you don't need luck, girl. So this is Gemini. And then we have the Virgo card, which is the Hermit. So somebody is making a journey towards maybe being closer in a relationship or family with others. That's nice, taking a next step in the positive direction. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Here she has Capricorn, Mars. So that's very Queen of Pentacles too. So I feel like people are making the long journey home, but this could be the intention. It's like, this may not be an established relationship already, or it is, but this is like closening of ties, like wrangling the cows in, like everybody is, you know, home on the range, that kind of thing. Everybody is coming together. Here is the next message, and this is for Virgo. Hey, turn around. Hey, girl, hey. They're like, she knew it was gonna be Virgo. She said, I'll do it tomorrow too for the other signs. So yeah, this is a turnaround in relationships, an improvement. I feel like there's someone who is, maybe Virgo is searching for a family relationship, and I feel like behind them there's like a really good family connection that's sneaking up on them. There's also the past that's following them into circumstances, so things are greatly improving. And so we have again the emptiness, and I did shuffle. You probably heard me. If you don't believe me, too bad, I did. But yeah, I feel like clean slate, an improvement in the situation. Virgo, for you, if you're dealing with a Virgo, they could be bringing relationships and bringing someone else into the situation. So this is like in a positive sense. So it's like you get the Virgo and their mother, or you get like, it's just closening. Or if you are the Virgo watching in a certain way, you are also in this situation creating a family dynamic, and then also there's a secondary family dynamic that is also, you know, coming together, or a friendship that's really coming together and bonding. So it's like there's two directions here, and the intention is setting down roots, being really grounded, and kind of harmonizing families, you know. We have the Two of Cups, I'm not gonna lie, and then we have the Seven of Swords. There's going to have to be hard conversations. Here we have Sun in Gemini. Usually this is Moon in Aquarius. Hard conversations, and the Five of Cups. So I feel as though this person struggles with a pretty intense legacy, something that you will either have to choose to help to face them. This could be like past relationship circumstances that haunt them in in current situations. And so in some way this is like maybe having a conversation to bring in the past into the present. And in some way that spoils circumstances for people. But I feel like this is an opportunity to grow, and I think like the relationships are in some way harmonizing at this time and coming together, and love is coming through it in an attempt to address those issues in order to bring people in closer together. So it's an opportunity. The intention of this situation is in order to kind of how do you say, address the things that have been latent, the things that have been in some way covered up or not accessible. There's going to be an opportunity to address and to reconcile and to improve. And I feel as though there's going to be great love that is being extended into the situation. However, I feel as though there are energies that are very hard to confront right here. These Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups, energies that people, one or both people, don't want to talk about it, and that's a big problem. So whenever people don't want to talk about things, then there is a negative kind of consequence to that, because you know that's what ends relationships, the lack of communication. So for the most part, so I feel like in the one hand this could be a salvage point in a relationship in which people are opening up to talk about it, but there's also a second part in which maybe there is some avoidance of the true feelings, but give it a shot. That's the energy. It's like, give it a shot, Virgo. Or if you're dealing with a Virgo, give them an opportunity to say and flush out what they need to say, so that it's at least presented, so that it's at least clear on the table, so you know what you're dealing with. There's a lot of love energy here. There's a lot of love and there's a lot of compassion, and I feel like in order to clarify your circumstance, or in order for them to clarify their circumstance and be available to you, they will have to face something and heal that before they can move forward. So this is an opportunity to heal, and I guess this is why it's like the change of opportunity, or the change of luck for the better, because in some way there has been a false front going on because some things have not been addressed, and now there is this determination that yes, something is going to be confronted, and at least it's going to be said and spoken about, so there is no questions, right? Okay, so by the way, I think that 4-4 to me, I mentioned this a lot actually, but in Cantonese 4-4 is say, which is the number 4 sounds a lot like death in Cantonese. And so sometimes, you know, Chinese people from Hong Kong, they or places where people speak Cantonese, they say this is a bad luck number. But then I met this man who speaks Cantonese. He's from Hong Kong. I worked with him. I worked for his company, and we built a store. But basically, he said this is permanence, right? So ever since he told me that, because I was really superstitious about the number 44, and so I was like super superstitious, and I was like, I don't like it. And he's like, no, don't worry about it, because it's the 4-4 is the permanence, the continuity. And so in long-term relationships and family dynamics, this is the guarantee, the 44 here. And I think that's your, don't focus on the 5, but the 44 is the determination to see situations through, to see your family situations through to the end, to make sure everybody's okay, to make sure, you know, I think this is guaranteeing a positive outcome in both relationships. So maybe you have seen, maybe you have seen, or maybe possibly the Virgo has seen a deterioration of relationships because of this, because something's not been addressed, and you're once again trying to face it, once again trying to address it. And so this is your little guarantee, the 44, saying that if you're dealing with a Virgo, their intentions are to address this and move into a serious relationship. Or possibly if you are the Virgo, if you're feeling like, oh crap, not this again, then I feel like this is your guarantee that the people, it might be tough to face, but the people are in it with you, like they're your ride and dies, you know, they're gonna see you through to the end. So good stuff there. She feels like she's creeping on this hermit. This hermit's like edging their way. It's like, oh, this is like mother issues to me. It's like the hermit is moving towards love, and it's like, oh, there comes mother. just saying. Okay, so next sign, and this is 1111. So this is going to be our lucky number, 1111. We just missed 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 10 seconds. But if you are the sign that is here, this is a very lucky number. So this is our 1111 gang. And this is supposed to be like a significant, at this time, this relationship is significant, okay? So whatever signs it represents, or if you're just watching for any sign, this is a collective message, okay? So we have the 6 of Wands, so victory over things, and then we have the Hermit again. So that Hermit is really trying to reach something. And this is like the slowest looking Hermit too. Like this picture to me signifies the Hermit so perfectly. And like they've been walking a long time, because look at their baggy eyes. They're like they've really tried to earn that success. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, or possibly you feel like you've been like on a long journey away from treachery, away from horrible things, and I think you're heading towards what you've truly wanted. The next sign is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. There's someone who is quite lovely, like rosy cheeks kind of energy, and they're offering something. They're offering something up, and in some way they are I feel like you should be cautious with this energy, actually. I feel like either they don't really know what they're offering quite yet, or possibly they are immature, and so they create instability with their immaturity. But this is the energy that's good. This could be an extra person in this situation. We're dealing with the Aquarius. Okay. Hi, Aquarians. This is also for you if you are dealing with an Aquarius. This is the energy that is coming about in this situation. So I feel like somebody is trying to reach success, and the intentions are to create success and stability. Aquarius should resonate with the Hermit card, because you guys are hermits too. All the Aquarians I know are like more like hermits than Virgos. But they do it in such a social way that nobody even figures it out. But every single Aquarian I know, at the end of the day, it's like they're out on their own doing it, out there in the world. So, big up to the Aquarians out there. And I feel like there's this kind of energy that's sort of sweet like a candy. It's sweet like a candy, and it seems like it would be a good root. This is Virgo. Venus, so it's so nice, but I feel caution towards it. I feel like, if anything, this is an energy that is too youthful, and it becomes kind of not a smoking gun, but kind of irrational choice making, kind of irrationality, immaturity, all those things. The next message is Malkut, which is the kingdom. So this is the manifestation, the root chakra. So I feel like Aquarian is looking to establish foundation and really a firmament that will hold everything of their energy in. And I feel like this is a new energy that becomes in this situation that is going to be a distracting nature. But it's really quite sweet. It's almost like a puppy, like a little puppy or something that is in some way kind of like running around at the feet. So you have to watch your feet, because the puppy can trip you up, or you can, God forbid, step on the puppy. And then we have the Two of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands, and then the Justice card. So I feel as though that the Aquarian, or if you're dealing with an Aquarian, or if you're an Aquarian, the energy here is that there has been something put into play that is materializing now. So people have made choices and decisions to define the situations. People have made choices and decisions to establish certain norms to make something happen as the outcome. And I feel like justice will be served in this situation, and I feel like balance and order will be restored in given circumstances. I feel like there is a lot of love being shown to this situation, and I feel like this is the consistency of an established agreement between people, and in some way that established agreement between people is yielding to a guaranteed outcome, a positive guaranteed outcome. And this is a superfluous energy, an extra energy that's coming in from the outside that is going to prove either a distraction to the Aquarius, or to the Virgo, or to whoever is manifesting as the Hermit, which is in some way only going to delay the guaranteed successful outcome and balance. So basically, if you're in this situation, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or if you're an Aquarius, I think that it may not be a bad energy, but it's misaligned for what's going on here. What's going on is that this is really putting in a lot of effort to attain stability and to re-clarify the situation to a positive place. So there's not much room to absorb extraneous variables and circumstances to consider, because that will make decision making more difficult, because there'll be another thing that you have to factor in. So it's like, I don't really think that in terms of intentions, the intentions are to build strong stability in a good direction. However, I feel like build stability in a direction, but I feel like the timing for this is off. So a spark of emotion in a new direction will feel as though it's a distraction. So this could also be, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you could be getting all this kind of good love energy down, and there's like a little edge of romance, and you're like, this is just not the time. We're in Malkut. We're definitely trying to ground the energy, and we're setting down our roots into the earth, right? So the focus is that maybe the intention is good. The intention is to build, but there's also a little bit of fifth house action. Like fifth house action means like romantic, carefree. This is not, I don't think that this is, there's too much effort being put into this situation to be carefree about it. Okay? And this energy may not appreciate that fact. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, that may be their intention. Maybe cut out the unnecessary chit chat, because they're down to business. And if you're the Aquarius in this situation, the person you're dealing with, there could be some competing energies towards your greater goals, and some of those energies could be distracting, so you really have to kindly prioritize. Okay, I don't know what the sign 12 is, but this is a collective reading for everybody, just a little extra topper. Or if the sign represents you, then you get this as well. Okay, so number 12. And make sure to comment and like. I do have this poll up here, so if you guys want me to do what their intentions are for every single sign dedicated video, then let me know in that poll, and I'll do it for you guys next week. Okay, how about that? So I think that if I do like a dedicated video for every sign, that will mean that we will not have a daily for 2 days, and then I'll just do like the videos. So just let me know if that's what you guys want. Okay, so your first message for 12, we have Taurus, right? Or a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So this is someone who is prepared to show love, to show dedication and loyalty. And we have the Six of Cups, which is usually the Sun in Scorpio. In this deck, for some reason, it's Capricorn, Jupiter, which is fine by me. And then we have another one. We have the Knight of Cups, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So to me, this looks like a love connection. This is people sharing their love. Disregard the gender. It could be a man or a woman, but this is in some way making that love connection between two people a real thing, a reality. People are confronting this in this situation. They're opening up their love. And so now we have Pisces. So there is love on the table, Pisces, and I think you're kind of in the middle of it, or you're on one side or the other, and I feel as though this is a confirmation of your love energy between you and someone else. This is someone who is making an offer, putting something on the table, and trying to make something work. Here is the next message. So we have this is material, which is the rain angel, which is to me very suitable for this reading, because we have 3 cups, so it's all about water and rain. And whenever it rains in Vancouver, which is all the time, I sometimes like go for a walk and just take like a shower, like not an actual shower, but like I go for a walk in the rain and I let it to kind of rain on me. And I do that whether I'm in Vancouver or anywhere else, and that kind of brings in that emotion and that love energy into your life. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, I feel like they're really open to a relationship. Pisces are always open to relationships with everyone, which is a really beautiful facet of Pisces. Or if you're the Pisces who's watching Sun, Moon, and Rising, there's another water sign that is approaching you, or somebody is really opening up their heart to you to make that connection. Then we have the Emperor. So it feels really good, Pisces, and the Wheel of Fortune, wowzers. And then we have the Queen of Cups, my God, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So there's definitely like an opening of love a facilitating of energy towards a certain type of outcome. This is all water. This is fire, and this is, I don't know what this is, maybe water as well. So I feel like this is in some way, like this is, their intentions are love. Their intentions are relationship. I feel like there could be people who are helping them in order to actualize the desire. Maybe this is, if this is the Pisces who in some way is facilitating the situation, then I feel as though there is goodwill towards everyone involved. I feel like you can't go wrong in this situation, whether you are the Pisces or whether you have Pisces energy around you. I think that, to me, rain is blessing, right? Like, it's a blessing energy, and so I feel like there is a blessing of the relationship. There is a blessing and hope here. So really beautiful message for Pisces. I think you guys got the best ones. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Their true intentions are real towards you, and so I think that's a good thing. So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me this afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If we get it up to 500, I'll be back. If not, then I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.